Hey y'all, I'm Kris, and this is It Worth It, y'all? And today we're going to give you a garden update because it's been a hot minute since we've given you a garden update. So this is going to take us all the way back to whenever we harvested the onions, because I think we already updated you when we pulled the garlic. So this is going back to I want to say mid-June. So about a month worth of video, a couple videos, and a couple snapshots of what's been going on as far as harvesting and whatnot. So we're going to take you through some updates and go through some fun stuff, and I hope that you enjoy this update. So stick around. Spoiler alert, we had an amazing time this last month eating out of the garden. So I have to tell you, we bought the roux aprons that you see online all the time, and it has transformed Greg into a harvesting machine. So I don't care what you say about wearing aprons in the garden, it works. And the roux aprons, I'll put a link in the description below, are absolutely fantastic. Now, for some of you that have stayed in contact and watched some of our videos before, you know we have adult supervision that helps us out most times, and he was definitely in full force in the garden. This day was no different. As we were pulling up all the onions, he made sure that he was right there taking care of us and looking out. And we turned on the sprinklers, and I don't think he understood that it was time to get out of the garden because the sprinklers were getting ready to turn on. So it was pretty funny to watch him respond to the sprinklers. The sprinklers are going to start here in a minute. Okay, y'all, we just harvested all the onions. Those are the weeds that are left over that we're going to come back and cultivate later. But we need to, before the sun comes and hits the ground, we need to water. So, Ernie, or Orion, I'm going to need you to move. Hold on. It's coming!
Or if he even does.
Oh, whoa!
Come on, bud!
Hurry! Hurry! Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah. It's a truckload of onions. Literal truckload. So after we pulled the garlic and the onions, it has been just a wonderful time getting those onions cured and getting them ready to be put up, as you'll see later how we put them up for winter. And that's, you can see the garlic, we'd already had that done. I think I'd updated you on that previously. But there's our first little pepper. Now, the biggest thing that is amazing to me is, since this is like, I don't know, this is like the end of June, and the harvests just keep coming. It's never ending. Every 2 or 3 days we're out there picking, and the bounty that is coming in is just unbelievable. Like, this is the end of June and we got strawberries, y'all. There's our rogue potatoes. We had potatoes show up in the garlic patch, just I guess because we missed them, and we harvested potatoes. So there's that big monster 5.5 pound zucchini that we ended up shredding, and we were going to put it up, but spoiler alert, we ended up having to throw them away. But that video is coming out here in a minute. I don't think it's probably coming out Thursday, but we had a malfunction with the freeze dryer, so sorry about that, y'all. We don't get to do that. Patty pan squash, you guys, my word, are they good. You're not going to find these in your regular grocery stores, so if you have the opportunity to grow these, I don't think that we're going to grow zucchini anymore because they're so good and we love them so much. Next on the list is getting all those weeds pulled where the onions were. And here's kind of like a little update. This is literally the end of June. I think it's the 29th or 30th. Watermelon are going bananas, and I think we have like 8 out there now. And then we pulled out the potatoes and got those rows set and ready for the next crop. And we're just thrilled at this point that we get so much abundance out of the garden. These peppers, y'all, I don't know what they are, but they are stinking hot. Let me tell you, my word. More and more and more cucumbers. We have since pulled the cucumber plants out now because there's just so much. Our first blushing tomato, it's so exciting. the tomatoes that are coming in. There's some brandy wines. Oh, they're just so wonderful. There we go. Look at that. I mean, homegrown tomatoes are just the best. They just put store-bought tomatoes to shame, y'all. I mean, look at that. Look how pretty that is. It's just pretty. And more cucumbers. Oh my goodness, the amount of cucumbers. And our first little batch of tomatillas, and we're getting ready to make some salsa, and we'll take you along for that ride. Next up on the planting list is carrots and green beans. July has just proven to have this garden start rocking and rolling. It has been so wonderful. And this is what it looks like, what we did with the onions after they got finished drying. We braided several. That was very time consuming. I did not realize how much effort it took to braid onions, but that was just unreal. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we hung some up. As you can see, they're in the basement hanging. And then we just stored, we've got some new boxes coming. So we're storing most of it in crates in the basement. Those are the 2 that are going to hang at my house. And I just think they're beautiful. And then those are the big guys. They're going to live in the walk-in pantry. When we woke up a couple days ago, we turned into wildlife welfare, and it looks like a rabbit had its way with our beans. And the bounty just keeps coming. It's just unbelievable. And what we like to do is, the reason why you're seeing a bunch of these vegetables on scales is because we like to document what we are bringing in and the poundage that we're bringing in, just so we know productivity and if we need to do anything different, or it just kind of gives us a gauge of what we produced with how many plants, and then it'll help us in the future figure out how many more plants we need. So these next couple pictures are just all the amazing tomatoes that are coming in. And it's just so wonderful to have the abundance flowing in. And we made some pickles, refrigerator pickles. We didn't can in that big old jar. So here they are. And just my word, y'all, thank you so much for sticking around and watching us on this little adventure and being able to stock our pantry with homegrown foods. And what a blessing this has been so far to be able to do this and grow these massive tomatoes. Anyway, like the video if you haven't already, comment, ask us questions, and we love it. And until we see you guys on the next video, bye y'all.